This video is part 2 to a video that has a part 1. If you haven't watched part 1, this may not make any sense. Please go watch part 1. It's probably, if we've done our job, in the description below as a link.
And we'll try to explain enough so that if you want to watch
No, go watch video 1. We're not explaining jack shit. But we love you. Bye. Go watch the video. So, bringing you up to speed. Now we're role modeling the other situation, which is I say, hey, you know, there's this thing I want to talk to you about, but I'm afraid it's like going to be totally out of left field, and that I'm going to surprise you, and I'm just trying to check in to make sure we're on the same page. Are you up for me starting a conversation that might surprise you?
And just so you know, it's about a chance transitioning from having a connection to someone.
Watch the first video. Don't listen to Cathy right now. She's cheating.
If you want to transition from having a connection to initiating sex.
Why are you enabling them? Watch the first video. Okay, everything I said, go.
Sure.
Okay, great. Have you ever, like, I'm curious if you've ever been attracted to me physically. Like maybe there's something erotic or sensual that could happen between us.
Yeah, so now we're modeling the positive. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, sort of. I'm kind of embarrassed, but yeah.
Okay. Well, so yay for embarrassment. I'm not trying to embarrass you, but I'm curious if we wanted to get more physical or intimate in our friendship, what that might look like for you.
Oh, that's brilliant. I like the way you said that. Yeah, we should talk about that.
Do you want to talk about it now? Or on a YouTube video for everyone to watch?
Yeah, no, I think that's... I liked how you said that, yeah. So how would you initiate that conversation if someone's like... Oh, you don't want to...
No, the best part is I would always be like, how do you want to initiate it? I'm like, you start. You do it! So the first things I would say is like, so I want to open up this topic. I want to make sure that you and I know that this doesn't mean anything has to happen. Mm-hmm. Like we're just talking about it. Like we're thinking out loud together. Yeah. It's not a commitment to anything. We can call it off at any time. We can change our minds. We can backtrack. Like I'm just curious if we wanted to do this, what it might look like. But talking about it doesn't mean we're automatically going to do it. So I just want to give us some wiggle room on that, because some people think that when you start talking about something, you're implicitly agreeing to something.
Right, and does that mean you're looking romantic or just having some fun?
I don't know yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we should definitely talk about that.
Okay, and what would talking about that look like for you? Like, what would be an ideal situation or way to proceed?
Maybe snuggling on the couch and talking about what we each might like.
Okay. All right. That feels tricky for me because I don't know that I wouldn't be able to. I would want to kiss you if we were snuggling.
Oh. Well, that could lead down the rabbit hole quickly.
It could.
So maybe we should have this conversation sitting here.
That sounds great.
In front of the camera.
That's great. So we have a record of it. And again, it's going to feel completely clunky.
Yeah. No, I like role modeling stuff because I think we see TV and movies where they've done 50 takes and someone else has written it and choreographed everything, and that's not how it works. No. So so thank you for role modeling.
And again, you can check out readaboutsex.com, REID aboutsex.com/awkward. So I have a whole thing where I talk about embracing the awkward. It's actually a formula.
Stickers.
I have stickers. Cathy's hiding stickers from us. Yeah, there's an embrace the awkward sticker. And at the end, on the bottom, it says readaboutsex.com/awkward, where that's a thing that I nerded out on because I needed a way to have awkward conversations. So when you take the embrace the awkward formula and combine it with the difficult conversation formula, which is readaboutsex.com/convo, both of those tools, because these are really just tools, will give you ways to get clarity and be able to practice on this stuff. Once you get the hang of it, and then also emotionally have the hang of it, like you're like, oh wow, like, you know what? Awkward conversations are awkward. But when I have them, things are so much more clear or better, or things can get weird or wobbly, but on the other side of weird and wobbly is whether this is a good idea or not.
Well, and the world expands because we tend to only be not awkward in our very small comfort zone where we've been a long time, which can get kind of boring or stagnant. Like, it's not really growth inducing. And I love the phrase, the magic happens outside our comfort zones. Mm-hmm. To get outside our comfort zones, we have to go where we're awkward, because
you have to travel through the seas of awkward.
Yeah, by definition, if you're outside your comfort zone, it's new, and little, like, new things are awkward often. Mm-hmm.
And so once you get comfortable with awkward, and once you get comfortable having difficult conversations, so much more is possible and available, and often you can then have conversations with people to see what would be the best next move or next choice. And it allows you to slow things down, but you have to be okay with and if you can get okay with that feeling and be like, oh yeah, totally, I know this feeling.
It's normal.
It's a superpower.
Yeah. And I really love, like, people using their words, because it's embarrassing to say, but I've been out on dates with people that I didn't realize were dates until like 2 years later, because they didn't use their words, and I was like, oh, we're friends going to the movies, and then why did they dress up and wear cologne? And okay, they acted kind of weird that night, but we'll be fine. Mm-hmm. And then 2 years later, I'm like, that was a date. So I'd be none of the reciprocating like signals that might have initiated something else. They never said, hey, I'm attracted to you. Like, because people don't always get things. Maybe I'm slower than some about that, but using your words is really powerful.
And for some people, even when it's awkward, you using your words, being awkward with them, and staying to the other side of it, like not just bailing, that's an experience of people being honest and showing up that most people have never had in their lives. Yeah. So if you are interested in, creating powerful experiences or relationships, be that person, or start being that person, because this isn't about perfection, this is about progress. And again, leave some comments. What do you think?
Yeah, we'd love to know. How is our role modeling?